Let's start with some reducing curves. 1/2, 2/3, 1/2, 1/3, 1/3, 2/3, 1/4, 3/4, 1/2, 1/2, 2/3. Did you get it? 1/3, 1/4. All right, that's good. Now we're going to change these to whole or mixed numbers. 4 and 1/6. 4 and 4/5. 3 and 3/4. 6 and 7/8. 5 and 3/7. 8 and 2/9. Give me the decimal for these. 0.02, 0.031, 0.9, 0.6, 0.01, 0.111, 0.51, oops, 4.9. Now, if you are looking at my screen, I'm seeing it backwards right now. So, imagine seeing it backwards and upside down. I knew something was wrong. 0.003. Wow, we're just batting 1,000 here. 3.7 and 0.91. What is normal body temperature Celsius? 37 degrees Celsius. Freezing point of water Celsius is 0 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius. 32 degrees Fahrenheit. 212 degrees Fahrenheit. And 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Deci, it takes 10 decimeters to equal 1 meter. C to M, right next to each other, it's just 10. It takes 1,000 millimeters to make 1 meter. Some of you are like, why do we do these cards every day? Because I'm trying to ingrain them in your head. It takes 100 centimeters to make 1 meter. Hecto is 100. Kilo is 1,000. Deca is 10, like a decade. Centi, cents, 1/100th or 0.01. Deci, 1/10 or 0.1. Milli, 1/1000th or 0.001. Hecto is 100 and kilo is 1,000. I hope you did well with those, and I bet you did. At this point, we're going to review some of our geometry. This is a trapezoid. This is a square. This is perpendicular lines, because you can see you have the right angles on all sides. This is a parallelogram. A parallelogram. Congruent angles, or your twin angles. This is a line segment, point, line, simple closed curve, angle, parallel lines. This is a rhombus. Right angle, triangle. This is a polygon, circle, ray, intersecting lines, and this is a rectangle. I want you to go to your page 275, and we are writing the name of the geometric figure in each blank. I'm trying to talk, sorry. Okay, so look at 1A. Sorry, I told you the answer. It's a triangle. What is B? Circle. C, because it has the little square. It is a right angle. You are correct. Now, D, all the sides are equal. It's a square. E looks like a rectangle that's slanted, so it is a parallelogram. F is a trapezoid. G is a rectangle. Let's go to section 2. It says match by putting the correct letters in the blanks. Well, what is a triangle? What makes it a triangle? Tri, like a tricycle, T-R-I, stands for 3. So it is Z, 3 sides. A square or a rhombus? What would make it a square or a rhombus? What makes something a square or a rhombus is W, that all the sides are equal. You think a square because all the sides are equal, and then a rhombus looks like a square that's slanted. Okay, circle. That was easy. Completely round. Y. And D, a trapezoid. A trapezoid is V, only 2 sides are parallel. 2 sides are going the same way, parallel, and the other one is not. And E, rectangle or parallelogram. A rectangle or parallelogram is X, that the opposite sides are equal. All right, we're on section 3. My book, it looks like I crossed something out. My first one was array for A, and I crossed it out and put line. So I'm assuming that your page is now a line. This might be an older edition of this book. So if it has 2 arrows, it is a line. B, yeah, congruent angles or twinsy angles. C, point. Boop. D, that's an angle, and it's cute. Cute. It's smaller than 90, so it's a cute. E is a line segment, because we have the 2 points. F is like a sun ray or a ray. It's just a ray. G, you can see the 2 90-degree angles, so it is perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines. It doesn't have to be 4, but because it is a 3 and you can see the 2 right angles, is perpendicular lines. Now look, you have a perpendicular line, 90, and then you have the other side, which is 90. So the total amount of degrees for a straight line, 90 plus 90, is 180. Yes, so a straight line would have 180 degrees, and then later you'll learn how to use a protractor, which is something that looks like the shape of our simple closed curve shape that we have, and you'll use it to measure the angles later on in geometry and different things. And H is parallel lines. Okay, let's go to section 4. Section 4. I'll do this one at the board. You do that one at your seat. All right, our first one, we have n minus 3 equals 8 plus 5. You always solve what you know. So this would be n minus 3 equals, we know what 8 plus 5 is 13. Now we have to get 3 alone. So we do n minus 3 plus 3 equals 13 plus 3. And then n equals, 13 plus 3 is 16. Now to plug it back in, 16 minus 3 equals 8 plus 5, and 13 equals 13, and it checks. For you, you're doing for A, B, and C. Pause it and then check it when you're done. I'm just going to go down the line. The first one is n plus 3 equals 54 divided by 9. So it's n plus 3 equals 6. N plus 3 minus 3 equals 6 minus 3. N equals 3. To check, 3 plus 3 equals 54 divided by 9, and 6 equals 6. How'd you do? For B, x plus 6 equals 24. X plus 6 minus 6 equals 24 minus 6. X equals 18. 18 plus 6 equals 3 times 8, and 24 equals 24. C, y minus 7 equals 66 plus 4. Y minus 7 equals 70. y minus 7 plus 7 equals 70 plus 7. Y equals 77. 77 minus 7 equals 66 plus 4. 70 equals 70. Let's do these temperatures. Okay, look at the first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. They're all even and they're all counting by twos. Woohoo! All right, the first one is 30, 32, 34, 36, 37. 37 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the first one, 37 degrees Fahrenheit. B is 13 degrees Celsius. C, 28 degrees Celsius. And D, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's go to section 6. The bookstore at Victory Christian School sold 14 boxes of pencils that contained 96 pencils in each box. Each pencil sold for 12 cents. How much did all the pencils cost? Oh, wow. So there's a few things for us to solve. The bookstore at Victory Christian School sold 14 boxes of pencils. So picture 14 boxes of pencils that contain 96 in each box. So each pencil inside the boxes sold for 12 cents. How much did all the pencils cost? So the question, what it's asking us for is how much did the pencils cost? It's telling us there's 14 boxes with 96 in each one, and each pencil costs 12 cents. The first thing we have to figure out is how many pencils. Right. So if there are 96 pencils in each box of 14, we take 96 times 14. 6 times 4 is 24, and 9 times 4 is 36, plus 2 is 38. Go down, 6 times 1 is 6, and 9 times 1 is 9. Add that together, and 4 plus 0 is 4. 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 plus 9 is 13. Add your add your comma, and you have 1,344 pencils. So you're going to put that as your first answer. There are 1,344 pencils, and each pencil costs 12 cents. So they want to know how much did all the pencils cost. So now you take 1,344 times 12. I like this because the first one you're doubling, and the first one you're just multiplying by 1. So 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 2 is 8, 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 times 2 is 2. Put a 0, and then 1,344 times 1 is 1,344. So you just copy it super quickly and add. 8 plus 0 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. And 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Carry the 1, and 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, and then 1. Now, this was 12 cents here, and we're looking for a money amount. There are 2 decimal places here, so we're going to put 2 decimal places down here. 1, 2. And so it is $161.28 is the cost. $161.28 is the cost. Go on to B. Mrs. Rasna bought 36 oranges for $15.84. At that rate, what would 1 orange cost? All right, so it's telling us that she bought 36 for $15.84 for all of them. It is asking how much would 1 orange cost. Now let me ask you, is it going to cost more to buy 1 orange or 36 oranges? Yeah, it's going to cost more for 36, and they gave you the price of all 36. So we're looking for a number less than $15.84, which means we're either going to have to subtract or divide. And if we're having 36, we need to divide. So we're going to take $15.84 divided by 36. Right away, put your dollar sign right above and your decimal point right above. Let's estimate. 36 is between what 2 tens? 30 and 40. It's closer to 40, so we're going to use a 4 to estimate. 4 goes into 15 how many times? It goes into it 3 times. But the thing is, this is smaller than 40, and this is almost 160, and 40 would go into 160 4 times, so we're just going to go with 4. I know, it's little cheats that I learned along the way. 6 times 4 is 24, carry the 2. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. And yes, that was good. If you would have done 3 and you would have had a remainder bigger, that's fine. Then you just erase and go up 1. Now, 8 minus 4 is 4, 5 minus 4 is 1, 14 is less than 36. So our next step is bring down the 4. Oh, do you notice something? 36 times 4 is 144. So it's going to be 4 again. And it's going to be 144, subtract, and you get 0. That is beautiful. So each orange would cost 44 cents. So you would say 44 cents for 1 orange. Now if you multiplied that, that would be a very expensive orange. Let's estimate it. So if each one was 16, that would be about, oh, that would be so expensive. It would be 4,800. It would be close to $5,000 or over $5,000 for 1 orange. That would not make sense at all. We're going on to section 7, divide and check. Divide and check. Now, A, you guys know how to do these. You know how to do these, but I guess I could do some of these at the board. Those of you who are really good with this, you can just fast forward this. $2,403 divided by 67. 67 is between what, 2 tens? It's between 60 and 70, and it's closer to 70, so you're going to use a 7. 6 goes into 24, or 7 goes into 24. Normally it would be 7. I mean, no, don't listen to me. Normally it would be 4, but because we're using 7, it's only going to be 3. Because think about it, 6 times 4 would be exactly 24, but we have 67. So 7 times 3 is 21. Carry the 2. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 is 20. Subtract, and you get 10 minus 1 is 9, 3 minus nothing is 3. 39, is that less than 67? It is. So what we're going to do next is bring down our 3 and say 7 goes into 39 how many times? It would be, let's see, it would be either 6 or 7. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, it would be either 5 or 6, because 7 goes into 39 5 times, and then 6 goes into it 6 times. Which one do you want to try? I'm going to try the 6. I don't know. 7 times 6 is 42. Carry the 4. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 4 is 40. Oh, it's too big. It's too big. You cannot subtract 4 to 2. But this is why we estimate. This is why it's called estimation, because this is trial and error. So you're going to use a 5. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry the 3. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3 is 33. 13 minus 5 equals 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. 58 is less than 67, and that's your answer. The next one is super easy, I think, because whenever we have a 91, I always get excited because I like my 9s. 9, and it's low. 9 goes into 14 one time. 91 times 1 is 91. Subtract, 3 minus 1 is 2, and 14 minus 9 is 5, which is less than 91. Bring down the 1. 9 goes into 52 5 times. And it would be 1 times 5 is 5, 9 times 5 is 45. Subtract. you get 11 minus 5 is 6. 11 minus 5 is 6. So it's 15, remainder 66. And the last one, whenever you have a 56 into a 55, remember what I taught you. Remember I said, anytime you have this, you know right away that this is going to be 9. Because you're looking at 56 into 55. 56 times 10 would be 560. And this is going to be very close. So it's always going to start as a 9. 6 times 9 is 54. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 5 is 50. Subtract 13 minus 4 is 9. 4 minus 0 is 4. 49 is less than 56, and bring down the 2. Now, 56 times 9 was 504, so it's probably just going to be 1 less. 6 times 8 is 48. Carry the 4. 5 times 8 is 40, plus 4 is 44. Subtract. 12 minus 8 is 4, and 8 minus 4 is 4. 44 is less than 56, and so you're left with 98, remainder 44. For all of those, check those, and you'll be done. Section 8, pause the video, and then do section 8 and play. For section 8, A is 647.6, B is 483.169, C is 153 7/10. D is 12 1/4. Section 9, match. Kilo is 1,000. Milli, 1/1000th, but that's not an option. Oh, 0.001. Hecto, 100. Deci, 0.1. Centi, 0.01. And deca, 10. All right, section 10. Just fill in those blanks. 4 weeks equals how many days? Yep, 4 times 7, 28. B, 4 hours is how many minutes? 60 times 4, 240. 3 gallons is how many quarts? 3 times 4, 12. And D, 24 yards equals how many feet? 24 times 3, 72. We're done. Hopefully you did well. Have a great rest of your day.